Get ready, football fans, because the excitement is absolutely electric. The 2026 World Cup draw is just around the corner, and trust me, this one is going to be a total game changer. Mark your calendars for Friday, December 5th. All eyes will be on the Kennedy Center in Washington, D.C., where the fate of nations will be decided. The draw kicks off at 5 p.m. GMT, which is noon local time, and you will not want to miss a single second of it. Why is this so huge? Because the 2026 World Cup is officially the biggest one yet. We're moving from the usual 32 teams to a massive 48-team tournament. That's right, 16 extra teams are joining the party, bringing even more passion, drama, and unforgettable moments to the world's biggest stage. As the host nations, the USA, Mexico, and Canada have already punched their tickets automatically. But for everyone else, the battle for a spot has been fierce. The qualifying campaigns have been intense. We've seen giants like Brazil and Argentina secure their places, and England is locked in too. But the real story is in the drama unfolding across the globe, with teams fighting tooth and nail to make it. And to make the day even more special, right before the draw, FIFA President Gianni Infantino will award the first ever FIFA Peace Prize. What an incredible way to kick off the festivities for a tournament that brings the world together. So, how exactly will this supersized draw work? With 48 teams in the mix, things are a little different. The teams will be divided into 4 pots. This sorting is based on the latest FIFA rankings and some Confederation rules to keep things fair. The goal is to create 12 groups of 4 teams, with each group getting 1 team from each of the 4 pots. In theory, this should give us some relatively balanced groups, but we all know that the magic of the draw can create some absolutely epic showdowns right from the start. Let's break down the pots. Pot 1 is for the heavyweights. It will feature the 3 host nations USA, Mexico, and Canada, along with the top 9 ranked countries in the world. We're talking about your perennial favorites, the titans of football like Brazil, France, and England. Pots 2, 3, and 4 will be filled with the next best ranked teams, following the order, but here, a potential curveball. The teams that win the final playoff matches will most likely land in Pot 4. This could create some serious underdog potential and make some groups incredibly tricky to predict. Now, this is where the strategy and the drama really come into play. There are some important rules to prevent teams from the same region from clashing too early. With the exception of Europe, teams from the same confederation cannot be drawn into the same group. So, you won't see 2 South American teams or 2 African teams facing off in the group stage. For Europe, which has more qualifying spots, the rule is slightly different. A maximum of 2 European teams can be in any single group. These rules ensure a diverse and global feel to every group and mean there are no easy paths to the knockout rounds. As of November 18, 2025, the list of qualified teams is already looking stacked. Let's run through who's in so far. Of course, we have the hosts, the USA, Mexico, and Canada. From Africa, a powerful contingent including Algeria, Cape Verde, Egypt, Ghana, Ivory Coast, Morocco, Senegal, South Africa, and Tunisia have booked their flights. Asia is also well represented with Australia, Iran, Japan, Jordan, Qatar, Saudi Arabia, South Korea, and Uzbekistan making it through. The European giants are here, as you'd expect. Austria, Belgium, Croatia, England, France, Germany, the Netherlands, Norway, Portugal, Scotland, Spain, and Switzerland are all confirmed. New Zealand will be proudly representing Oceania. From the always competitive South America, we have Argentina, Brazil, Colombia, Ecuador, Paraguay, and Uruguay. And from North and Central America, joining the hosts are Curacao, Panama, and Haiti, who have already clinched their spots in what has been a thrilling qualifying campaign. But hold on, the story isn't over for everyone else. For the teams that didn't automatically qualify, there's still one last shot at glory, the playoffs. This final high-stakes tournament is scheduled for March 2026, and it's going to be pure drama. There are 2 main routes. The UEFA playoffs will be a mini-tournament of their own, featuring 16 teams. This includes the 12 group runners-up from European qualifying, plus for teams who earned a spot through their performance in the Nations League. Then we have the Interconfederation playoffs, which is a fascinating global showdown. We already know that Bolivia, DR Congo, Iraq, and New Caledonia will be in that mix. And the latest teams to join them from the CONCACAF region are Jamaica and Suriname. The draw for these playoffs is happening on Thursday at noon GMT, so we'll soon know the path these teams must take to reach their World Cup dream. It's another layer of excitement before the main event. So, why is all of this so important? Why should you be glued to your screen for the draw? Because the 2026 World Cup promises to be a wild ride from start to finish. With a record 48 teams, we're guaranteed more matches, more goals, and more unforgettable moments. The expanded format means more underdog stories can emerge, and the draw itself is more unpredictable than ever. The host nations are ready to put on a show. Some incredible Cinderella stories are already brewing in the qualifiers, and the whole world is waiting to see the final matchups. The road to 2026 is heating up, and you won't want to miss a single moment. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications to stay up to date with all the latest World Cup news as we count down to the massive draw on December 5th. We'll be here to cover every twist, every turn, and every qualifying surprise as the final pieces of the puzzle fall into place. World Cup 2026 is coming, and it's going to be one for the history books. Get ready for the greatest show on earth. Thanks for watching.